All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to our weekly live Zoom Q&A call show. This is week 49 of 2024. So we're coming to a close here on the year, reaching the holidays there. Oh, let me turn down my volume so I can't hear myself on YouTube. All right, so guys, we are live streaming again. The first half of the call we're going to live stream on YouTube, and the second half of the call, the what's working and what's not, the questions, kind of the nitty-gritty, the dirty details, that will be for you guys, members of my community only. So if you're interested in learning more about that, you can check it out, send me a message or whatnot, and we can get you some more information on that. Okay, let's go over the agenda really quickly. Well, first of all, let's see who's here with us live from the community. We got Gus here, ID Roberts is here, iPhone, who I think is Christy. It's normally Christy. I think it's Christy. Kirsten's here, Warren's here, Nick's here. Sweet. So we've got a nice crew of people here. Appreciate you guys hopping on live, keeping me company. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving last week. We took the week off. We didn't do a live call last week because I know that's a busy time and a time that a lot of people kind of want to chill, eat food, and watch football. I know that's what I did. So we're back at it. And then as far as the rest of the month goes, I think we're planning on doing a call next week. Probably like the week of Christmas and maybe the next week after. The week of Christmas and the following week after, like those 2 weeks, we probably won't do a live call those 2 weeks. So we'll do one this week, I think next week, and then that might be it for the rest of the year. But I got to check. I'll check the calendar and make sure for you guys. Okay, so now let's get into the agenda. We're going to do our Amazon news and updates. I've got a bunch of updates. Well, there's a few core main updates, but within those updates, there's a lot of details to go over. I should put it that way. We're going to talk about drone deliveries. We're going to talk about 2025 fees. We're going to talk a lot about that today. We're going to knock out a lot of details there. And then we'll go into in the news. I want to talk about the TikTok shop ban because there's a major ruling happening tomorrow. That's when it's supposed to happen. So we're going to talk about what the impact of that may be, possible scenarios there. And then I want to do a fun little segment today on the weekly Q&A call for the in the news. I've got 5 hot stories to keep an eye on. So I'm just going to kind of share those for you guys. Then, of course, we'll go into what's working and what's not. I'm going to, again, share a ton of results from students, clients, our own brand with you guys, and share kind of some strategies and things that we've done to achieve those results for specific clients. And then also some things that are not working. Like I said, it's called what's working and what's not. So I do want to try to, from time to time, as we learn, stuff that doesn't work, like, hey, why is this client not getting reaching their goal or finding the success they're looking for? What is it? What's impacting that? So we'll share some insights there. And then we've got questions submitted early. Shout out to those of you who submitted questions early. So we'll get to that at the end. All right. Before we dive deep into Amazon news and updates, that's going to be, again, just kind of a lot of boring stuff. Some more announcement type of material for you guys. I recorded my full remake of my first 8 episodes of my podcast, that mini series that I recorded back in 2020. That is done and recorded, and it is now in editing. So we are working on editing the videos for that. So I'm going to post all 8. There's 8 videos. I'm going to post all 8 videos on the YouTube channel for you guys. I'm also going to post all 8 as podcast episodes for you guys. Something that I really focused on, just to give you like a sneak peek on these episodes, is I went back, I listened to those first 8 episodes that I recorded in February of 2020 about our initial Amazon journey launch, how to do it step by step. I listened to all those. I actually downloaded the transcription of every single episode. And then I read through it and I checked like, okay, is this strategy still relevant? And if it's not, we updated it. So we basically updated the outline for the episode and said, okay, we need to update this. We need to update this. And then I also took out a lot of fluff. I know that those first 8 episodes were just, honestly, a lot of that was just me just kind of rambling off the cuff, which is kind of what I do a lot on the weekly Q&A show. But those episodes, a lot of them were long, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. And these new episodes are a lot shorter. I think on the short end, there might be a couple of them that are like 6 or 7 minutes. And then on the longer end, maybe 15 minutes or so. So they're very, very, very to the point. again, I wanted them to be like, okay, you can get through these 8 episodes, which will essentially take you through the entire Amazon setup startup process, but in a very simple, condensed format. So it's pretty easy to follow. So we're working on, like I said, we're editing those. I'm hopeful to get all of those out by the end of the year. I may release them in like 2 phases. Like I might release the first 4 episodes, and then maybe a few weeks later it'll be the next 4 episodes if, editing takes longer. So just keep an eye out for those. Um, the next series, video series, I guess more importantly for YouTube, that is coming out probably in 2025. This one is going to be an absolute monster to create, is my full PPC tutorial series. Shout out to those of you. Let me do a quick screen share here. Shout out to those of you that voted on my poll in
I
2025.
posted
This
this
one is going
same
to be an
poll
absolute
on
monster to
Instagram
create.
as well, kind of
Is
asking
my
like, what kind
full
of
PPC
video series you guys would want
tutorial
to see
series.
next. And the majority
Shout
of
out
you
to those
guys
of you. Let me do a quick
voted for a
screen share here.
PPC management
Shout out to
step-by-step
those of you
guide
that voted
you
on
can
my
follow.
poll in
I posted
2025.
the
This one is going
same
to be an
poll
so I've been
on
working
Instagram as well, kind of
heavily is
asking
my
like, what kind
full
of
this week. PPC. I know a lot of you guys follow me on Instagram, but I posted on my store yesterday. Yesterday alone, I typed 44 pages. I don't even know if I ever typed 44 pages in a day when I was in college, but I get very obsessive with stuff like this. And I kind of I want it to be the best. Like that's genuinely what I want it to be. So I mentioned this as well, but I watched on Monday about 4 hours of YouTube videos, PPC tutorials. I literally searched YouTube, Amazon PPC tutorials, and I scrolled and I found all the videos from like the top creators that had the most views, the best engagement. I have tools, vidIQ, that shows me all this so I can see like, okay, what are all the best videos, popular videos out there on this topic? I watched every single one. I downloaded all of them. Then I downloaded the transcript so I could read all of them. And then I compared them. I compared all their different strategies to each other. So I use my, fun tools over at ChatGPT. I compared all the strategies taught from all these different people to compare who has similar strategies, who has different strategies, so I could highlight and make notes of why are people doing things differently, who does things this way and that way. Then I compared it to just my own strategies, which are the strategies that we use based on my own experience and based on my team that again aren't really influenced by other people. This is just like how we've done it and tested and iterated over time. And so I compared it to our strategies. What is different than what we already doing? There's some similarities, some differences. And then I also scoured the interwebs for whatever else is missing. So I told my friend at ChatGPT, I said, go find me all of the other Amazon PPC strategies out there. Anyways, it was a very long process, but I got all the information I could possibly find on Amazon PPC strategy. And then I've been working, like I said, on typing out a full outline of these 5 videos of everything in a simple, easy to follow way that's manageable, for you guys to not only understand the strategy of advertising on Amazon, but know the setup process, how to effectively optimize and manage it weekly. So you can have like a weekly cadence of like, okay, every week I know exactly what I'm going to do. I know step by step how to go through that process every week. And then also some strategies for growth and testing and what kind of new campaigns and how to use other external tools to figure out what keywords and things. But again, the challenge is doing that in a way that is simple because anyone can, do an 8 hour Amazon PPC video on YouTube. But I think the real challenge is, can you create a video or videos? There's 5 videos in a way that is to the point, simple, easy to follow, but also good tactical, strategic advice that separates you from everyone else, right? So, anyways, I'm taking this project very seriously because I genuinely believe that this is going to be the best Amazon PPC tutorial series out there. Paid or unpaid, even if people have their courses on PPC, this is going to be better than any paid course you can probably find for Amazon PPC. At least that's the motivation I have behind this. And that's going to be free for you guys. So, be on the lookout for that. I'll probably do the filming here over the next couple weeks. And then again, the editing on that one's going to be a monster. That one is not going to be one where it's like, these are 6-minute videos. Those videos are going to be pretty long. I have a couple videos where I've got about 17 pages of notes. And I've already gone through the full walkthrough. Like I've done it in my own advertising console and like planned out, okay, we got to click here. Okay, then what's the next thing? And then write out the notes of how to do it and then simplify it and make sure it's in a good order, bulk sheets. We've got all the goodies, guys. So I'm excited. This is probably the most excited series because you guys have been asking for this forever from me. Like, Andy, we need more PPC stuff. So, okay, I'll stop talking about it, but I'm very excited about that series for you guys. Okay, let's actually get into the nitty gritty. Sorry, I've been talking a lot off topic today, but just to give you guys some updates. All right, Amazon news and updates. I'm just gonna burn through these details for you guys, and I'm just gonna quote straight from Amazon Seller Central on a lot of this, just so I can, get it straight from them, so you guys can hear it straight from the source. Amazon drone delivery takes off in Arizona. Prime Air is starting drone delivery in the West Valley of Phoenix, Arizona metro areas. This means customers who live near our same-day delivery sites in Tolleson, Arizona, I think that's how you say that, and purchase an eligible item weighing 5 pounds or less can have it delivered by drone in under an hour. That's going to be pretty cool to keep an eye on. So if you do live in that random city in Arizona, let us know. Send me an email. If you find this podcast episode somewhere and you live there and you've gotten a drone delivery, please let me know. Or I'm sure we'll see a video. Someone's probably going to post a video of it, right? On social media. So I'm sure we'll see a video sometime soon. All right, let's cover these fee updates for you guys, and then we'll get into the other good stuff here. Okay, so lots of fee updates. Updates to 2025 fees for Buy with Prime, multi-channel fulfillment, Amazon warehousing and distribution, also called AWD, and supply chain by Amazon managed service. Okay, I highlighted just kind of the key points here. This is a really long news release, but I'm just going to read some highlighted parts that I put here. A new AWD, that's warehousing and distribution, the upstream storage, Smart Storage option will provide a 10% discount on your AWD storage fees if you maintain sufficient levels of inventory. The discount can bring fees down to as low as 43 cents per cubic foot per month. These changes are effective April 1st, 2025. For more details, go to the AWD fees page. MCD, this is multi-channel distribution. Outbound transportation fees will move from a fixed fee to a distance-based fee. This will lower fees for shorter distances and increase fees for longer ones. These changes are effective April 1st, 2025. For more details, go to the multi-channel distribution fees page. That, guys, to just explain what that is if you are storing inventory at AWD, but you're having inventory shipped from AWD to like your warehouse, like you sell on Shopify. So you're fulfilling orders for customers on Shopify, but you use Amazon for like your upstream storage. If you're doing that and shipping stuff out of AWD to yourself, to your house, to your own warehouse, wherever, that's the fee that we're talking about here. So if you're not in that situation, it shouldn't really affect you. Amazon is updating the discounts for sellers who choose the supply chain by Amazon managed service to include 20% off AWD storage fees and 10% off AWD transportation fees from AWD to FBA. The managed option for supply chain by Amazon, holy cow, I cannot talk today, provides a simplified experience where we can coordinate your end-to-end supply chain logistics, warehousing, and fulfillment. These fee changes are effective, you guessed it, April 1st, 2025. So to kind of summarize that as well, Amazon has like the full end-to-end supply chain network now where they actually have like their logistics shipping service, they have the AWD upstream storage, they have the FBA fulfillment centers. And if you use everything, like if you use their whole suite, which they call supply chain by Amazon, then you get some discounts for these different, AWD, you get 20% off. AWD transportation to FBA, you get 10% off. So you save some money if you like go all in and use them for everything. Multi-channel fulfillment, MCF, fees will increase 3.5% on average. For units with shipping weights of 1 pound or less, fees will remain unchanged for standard delivery speed. For units that exceed 1 pound, the fee increase, will vary depending on the unit size and weight. These changes are effective, you did not guess it, January 15th, 2025. For details, go to the fulfillment fees for MCF page. So that is if you're using Amazon delivery, right? Amazon's vans and trucks to fulfill like your orders coming from your Shopify store. For buy with Prime orders, there will be no increase to the Prime service fee and fulfillment fees for some large standard size. Oh, wait, excuse me. And fulfillment fees for some large standard size units will decrease. Let's also talk about just the Amazon referral and FBA fees for 2025. This came out a couple weeks ago. I can't remember if we mentioned that, but I figure, it doesn't hurt to mention it again because this is a big thing, that we look towards. I almost said look forward to, but we definitely don't look forward to it. But we look anxiously awaiting for the news of every year. Amazon gave this big spiel. I'm not going to read the whole paragraph, but it's basically like, we're impacted by inflation just like you guys are. I'm like, okay, please. So anyways, we know that it's difficult for you guys to run your businesses in 2024 and 2025. As a result, we will not increase US referral and FBA fees and will not introduce any new fee types. Yay, Amazon. Last year, I shouldn't say last year because we're still in 2024, but 2024 was the year of the fees. 2024 sucked from a fee perspective. Let's be real, guys. Especially with the stupid inbound placement fee, which we all despise, which is that fee that if you want to ship to just one warehouse, you have to pay a fee. Otherwise, you got to send it to like Philadelphia and Minnesota and Texas and like 5 different places, which makes it a headache, especially if you're shipping directly from your supplier overseas. Anyways, that's a fee that just kicked a lot of us in the pants, right? But the good news is, as of now, there's going to be no fee increases or new fee types for 2025. Here's a little summary of the 2025 fee changes, though. Amazon is lowering inbound placement service fees for large, bulky size products, an average of 58 cents per unit for minimal shipment splits. Sweet, 58 cents per unit. 58 cents back in the pocket if you're selling washers and dryers and weightlifting sets. We will waive the inbound placement service fee for new parent ASINs that qualify for the FBA New Selection Program and are included in shipments created between December 1st, 2024 to March 31st, 2025. So basically from now till the end of Q1, if you have a new product that you're launching, a new parent ASIN, they're going to waive the inbound service fee. Now, that is only, the items that are exempt are up to the first 100 inbounded units per new parent ASIN. So if you inbound 500 units, 100 of them are not going to have the fee and the other 400 will have the fee. So it's like, it's not that special, but if it makes us feel better. Amazon is introducing more incentives for adding certain new selection in our store. We will enhance the new seller incentives and FBA new selection programs with greater fee discounts to further support targeted segments of new selection growth. These time-bound discounts will be available starting January 15th. Go to the seller benefits page for eligible sellers and selection. Okay, that handles our Amazon news and updates. In the news, guys, we're going to talk about this TikTok ban. So this is a ruling that came down a little while ago on a ban of TikTok in the United States. President Biden, he signed a act, whatever it's called, what is it called here? The Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act. Oh, mandating that ByteDance, which is TikTok's Chinese parent company, divest its U.S. operations by January 19th, 2025 to avoid a nationwide ban. So we've been talking about this for like 2 years now, where there's a big concern around TikTok being owned by the Chinese government and national security because they have all this information about Americans. So, the U.S. government has been trying to force ByteDance, the owner of TikTok, like I said, to sell TikTok, at least U.S. TikTok operations to the U.S. Like So the Chinese government has no access to all of Americans, data on the back end of TikTok. And so now there's, a big ruling in court going down about that ban on whether or not it should be upheld. So just to kind of I typed up a little summary here. There was a big article that came, there's a lot of articles, but there was a big article that came out from Forbes, and I just put some notes here to kind of summarize and highlight some like key findings here. Um, Oral arguments were presented in September. That's what I was saying, how like this kind of came down a few weeks ago. Both parties have requested a ruling by December 6th, 2024, which is tomorrow. The forthcoming decision by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit will determine whether the law stands or is deemed unconstitutional. So basically, there's a lot of news out there that already will say like TikTok is banned. Like you might hear that. You might see it on social media, like TikTok got banned because it like kind of technically did based on what President Biden did. But now it's in the Court of Appeals and that will determine whether it actually stands and stays banned, or if they deem that act that he signed unconstitutional, violating free speech and all that kind of stuff. And then TikTok can keep doing its thing as they're doing it. So some ramifications. So I just highlighted like 3 ramifications here from this based on what happens in this ruling that's supposed to go down tomorrow. So ramifications for TikTok and ByteDance. If it's an unfavorable ruling for them, that would compel ByteDance to sell TikTok to the US within the time frame, like January 19th, or it's going to face a ban. So that could impact, 100, I think they put 170 million American TikTok users. For users, impact for users and content creators. A ban would limit access to the platform, affecting millions who use it for entertainment, education, business. Obviously, content creators in particular could lose a vital source of income and audience engagement. Obviously, like we're doing TikTok Shop right now. We're deep in that. We're working with clients on TikTok Shop. So we obviously need to monitor this closely, because if it does genuinely get banned, then that's going to like literally disappear. And then for the tech industry, enforcing a ban on TikTok could set a precedent for future actions against foreign-owned applications, influencing how international tech companies operate within the US, potentially leading to increased scrutiny and regulation. The interesting thing too here, there's a lot of more, info out there if you guys go reading on this topic on Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump is the president-elect of the United States. And initially, like over the past 2 years, he was kind of in favor of the TikTok ban, but his stance has recently kind of changed on it. And I think we know why. Like, his campaign kind of realized, like, oh, we can use TikTok to, you know, promote our ideologies and agenda and whatever else, right? And connect with voters and whatnot. And so he's kind of come out and said that he does have a desire to save TikTok from the ban, which is kind of a reversal of his original stance to ban the platform. So, according to how he says he feels right now, he's trying to push for it not to be banned. So, we'll see how this all plays out. I'm going to keep an eye on my news feed tomorrow and see what goes down. Now, my opinion on all this, like, well, first of all, my opinion on like the TikTok ban is like, and if people are like, what do you think about the TikTok ban? I'm like, it is what it is. Like, I have zero control over that. So I don't choose, I'm the type of guy that like, I don't choose to get stressed out or emotional about things that I have zero impact on. It's like, I'm not going to freak out and stress out. Oh my gosh, TikTok banned, and like have it ruin my day. Okay, TikTok got banned. Now we have to adapt. Now we got to do something different. Now, I do think the people who are probably lobbying excessively for the ban are Meta, Google, the big companies out there that kind of compete for eyeballs with TikTok. And I think this is my assumption, but I think we're going to see Meta get their act together, Meta being Facebook and Instagram, get their act together and actually build out a shopping platform that actually works well. Because I mean, technically, like Google and Instagram and Facebook, they already kind of have these shopping platforms. but they are not as streamlined and as efficient and effective as TikTok Shop. But I think you're going to see them get their act together because they know how big of a massive opportunity this is going to be for them. So I really just think it's going to shift. You're going to see a huge eyeball shift to Instagram if TikTok does get banned. So if there was ever a time to be a creator on Instagram, it is definitely now, um, because you're going to see a massive, massive surge of eyeballs going there if this does go down. Let's just cover really quickly here these 5 hot stories to keep an eye on. Again, this was just like me reading through all my different feeds of articles and headlines. And I read, I probably shouldn't do this. It's probably not good for my mental health, but I read a lot on Apple News on my phone. So I have the Apple whatever subscription that you get like all the different news things. And so, I'll scroll and I have my different filter or my different categories that I follow, like retail and logistics, supply chain, all those kind of things. And so I scroll and read through a bajillion articles. And I also just like scroll on Google too and RSS feeds and things. So I wanted to, kind of maybe we'll keep this going. I don't know. But I thought, what, maybe I'll just try to find like 5 articles or 5 topics in the news related to e-commerce, logistics, supply chain, retail, whatever that I think might be applicable for you guys and just kind of highlight them. I'm not gonna go into deep detail on all these. I'm just really gonna kind of read I typed out like a little summary here for you guys. And then if you guys want to like dig deeper into it, you can. But it's just something that's like, oh, it's kind of interesting. So 5 hot stories to keep an eye on. Influencers drive Cyber Monday sales. Influencers and affiliate marketers contributed to 20% of US Cyber Monday e-commerce revenue in 2024, 7% increase from the previous year. Their recommendations significantly influence consumer purchasing decisions, especially among 18 to 29-year-olds. Major retailers like Amazon and Walmart have capitalized on this trend through affiliate programs. That's from Business Insider. Another one from Barron's. AI enhances Black Friday shopping. Artificial intelligence played a pivotal role in Black Friday for 2024, with US e-commerce sales reaching $10.8 billion, a 10.2% increase from 2023. AI-driven chatbots facilitated product searches, streamlined checkouts, leading to a 9% higher conversion rate for retailers using AI technology. From TechCrunch, Etsy expands AI-driven tools for sellers. Etsy has launched new AI tools to help sellers optimize product listings and improve search visibility. These tools analyze market trends and customer behavior to suggest keywords and pricing strategies, aiming to increase sales for small businesses on the platform. From Reuters, Shein faces backlash over data privacy concerns. Fast fashion giant Shein is under scrutiny for alleged data privacy violations. Reports suggest the company failed to adequately safeguard customer information, sparking regulatory investigations in the US and Europe. This highlights the importance of data compliance for global e-commerce brands. And finally, from The Verge, Meta's new shopping features on Instagram and Facebook. Meta has rolled out enhanced shopping features, including AI-generated product tags and a simplified checkout experience on Instagram and Facebook. These updates aim to streamline social commerce and drive conversions directly from social media platforms. Just like I said, guys, you're going to see Meta get their act together and figure out how to actually make a legitimate shopping experience on their platforms. Another big thing that I actually am looking a little bit deeper into is also YouTube. So YouTube and Google Shopping is kind of doing the same thing where they're integrating with like YouTube Shorts and even long form content to make shopping really easy within the YouTube platform. So for if you're someone who creates content on YouTube, or for your brand, you want to do YouTube Shorts or long form YouTube content, they're making it easier not only to shop and like have your products on there, but the affiliate program. They're basically YouTube Shorts is basically building out an identical affiliate program to TikTok Shop. It's very interesting. And from what I've kind of dabbled in it, it's fairly easy to use. So we'll see how that kind of develops over time as well. Okay. We're going to say bye to our friends over here on YouTube, if there are any friends over on YouTube. So appreciate you guys on